Hey there folks, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. I just got back from a little evening ride and had a look at the air cleaner, and I thought it's time to clean that bad boy. Now, as I have a K&N filter, it is washable and rechargeable, so that's what we're going to go through today. So let's get to it. So as we can see, we have the fabulous Fatboy here. And I have the old Screamin' Eagle K&N airflow filter on here. And it is starting to get a little bit of that light pink color, which is generally when I like to clean it. But also as you come and you can kind of see on this side, it's starting to get pretty dirty and filled with bugs and such. So we're gonna get this guy off and get her clean. So just gonna pull off the cap and we'll take it in and get her all washed up. So the first thing we're gonna need is our K&N recharge kit. Now I bought this last year, it's probably 20 to 25 bucks, so not too expensive. And in this kit, you are going to get your air filter oil, and you're also going to get your air filter cleaner. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to soak that cleaner down, soak that filter down with the cleaner before we start rinsing it off. And we're going to leave that cleaner on for about 5 minutes before we start rinsing. Now, before I start soaking this thing down, as you can see, it's a wee bit on the dirty side. Okay, so I've soaked her right down with the cleaner, just on the outside you spray it on, and I am going to let this sit for about 5 minutes before we start rinsing. Okay, we are ready to start rinsing, and we are going to rinse it with some warm water and not a very high flow, and we're going to rinse it from the inside out. As you can see, we got some stuff coming out of it already. Okay, we got her all washed off and she's looking a lot better than she was before. Now, we get a lot of bugs here in Saskatchewan, so sometimes you actually have to get out almost like a pair of tweezers to kind of gently remove the bugs from the filter, but it is looking a lot better now. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this thing out overnight to dry. Some people may tell you to use compressed air to blow the water out. Don't do that, because this is just cotton in here and you don't want to damage that. So just leave it overnight, and in the morning you can throw some oil on it. Okay, and it is the next day, and we are nice and dry, and as you can see, the filter looks a lot better than it did yesterday. Now, you might be asking yourself, what makes this a high performance filter? Well, this is your stock filter, so other than just the fact that there's more surface area on this than this to draw air in, if you look at this, this is simply paper, more or less. And it doesn't breathe near as well as something like this. Now, this is kind of a cotton, and if we can get up nice and close, you can kind of see the material. This will suck more air in, definitely, than your stock filter. Now, just putting one of these on your bike is not going to make a huge difference, but you couple this with a good exhaust system and a good tune, and you're going to start seeing your dyno numbers go up. Now, we're almost ready to get this guy oiled, but one thing I will mention about it that you should look into is to check this guy on the inside thoroughly. And the reason for that is this. Now, as you could see there was some small wires, and those were basically just kind of rogue wires that I found inside the filter when I went to put it on. Now, I don't want those hanging around in my engine getting sucked into the intake, so make sure you check it before you put it in. But for now, we are ready to get some oil on this bad boy. Okay, so we got our air filter oil. We're just going to take it and we're just going to kind of spritz it like that, and we're just going to try and make a nice even color of oil on it. Okay, there we go. We got a nice red or pink filter here. Looks fairly even. Now, you don't really want to over oil these, and I admit I do get a little carried away at times with it. If that does happen, you can take a paper towel there and just dab it around the outside and try and get some of that excess off. And voila! We are ready to rock and roll again on the fabulous Fatboy. So there you go. That's it. That's all. We are now ready to go rock and ride on the old Fatboy again. Now, one thing I will say, another reason people would buy a K&N filter is basically because obviously it's washable and reusable. So you can clean that filter 100 times and have no issues, rather than buy a bunch of regular air filters. Now, it is probably going to cost you 2 or 3 times more than a regular filter right off the bat, but you'll end up making your money back by saving the cost of buying all those filters over and over again. Also, as I would do on pretty much every screw or bolt I put on a Harley Davidson, I always put a little dab of the blue Loctite on there just to make sure she's good and tight and not going anywhere. But anyway, that's it. So in the meantime and in between time, that's it. Another edition of the Canadian Saint channel, and you guys have a good day.